Do we like the hair? Do we like the hair? I love the hair. Hi Vogue, it's Christine, and we're gonna do an everyday slash vacation makeup look that I think you're going to love. So let's get straight into it. So obviously this is not fully Vogue, but I have my candle lit. I have my lovely glass of lemon water. I love lemon water, and I'm about to get right into the makeup. All right, so I'm gonna go in with a little bit of my House Labs foundation. Literally love this stuff. And the reason I love it is because it just looks like skin in a bottle. It's smooth, it's buttery, it doesn't make me feel like I have a ton of makeup on. And that is like what I look for in all of my makeup. So I'm gonna just go ahead and rub all of this in. I use a pretty small brush just to like make sure that I actually cover my face. And then I go in with a larger brush to actually blend it out. Let me grab a mirror. All right, so now that we got her on, I like to go in small as I can. I'm gonna be using my Sephora brush 47. I use this brush for everything. Like all of us have that one staple brush. This is mine. I use it to do my whole face because personally, I don't really like to use 10,000 different brushes while I do my makeup. It's just more work. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out. And you see how it's just looking like skin, like it's looking like I was born like this? That is exactly how I like to do my makeup. And I'm gonna go ahead and blend it all out. And look, it looks like I have an esthetician, but I don't. It's just House Labs. House Labs is amazing. All right. I don't really go too much on the eye, and I don't put product on my nose. Again, this is every day, so we're not trying to be beat down. This is just something like, let's say you're going on a little lunch date or something like that. We're just going to make sure we blend down our neck. Perfect. All right, next, this NARS Pot Concealer. I use it for everything, always. It just gives me that skin-like finish. When it comes to my makeup, personally, I like to always look like myself, just enhanced and glowy and radiant. And this NARS, this is the NARS Pot Concealer in Walnut, medium dark. And I'm gonna use the same brush that we already talked about, which is the Sephora 71 brush. And I just like to pot it, and I like to go under my eyes. So I just tap. And the older that I get, I'm about to be 30 in January, so I have 3 months until I'm 30, which I talk about all the time. I just like the approach of less is more when it comes to makeup. I just like to look like myself. I like to look glowing, radiant, fresh, breathable, and timeless. Timeless in me, that is like what I always aim for, is to look timeless. Going to go on the bridge of my nose and then my forehead, just to make those extra areas pop on the forehead. And I like to use this brush because it just makes it just melt into my face over just like, I don't have to do a ton of blending because I'm already patting it where I want, and it's kind of just melting into my skin anyways with my skin prep. So I just like to tap that out. And this is probably my favorite part because this is the sculpting part of the makeup. We start getting some shape, a tiny bit on the chin. And then I like to go up a little bit above my mouth. Perfect. And we're gonna let this sit just for a few seconds until you can drink your water. So you can drink your water, you can go grab your concealer. We really want this to just melt into the skin, so chill for just a little bit. All right, and we're back with our Mario. Makeup by Mario Super Silk is my jam all day. Y'all, this compared like with that NARS, chef's kiss. It gives me the perfect makeup look, and I don't use a lot of this. So a little bit of this goes a long way for me because we already know that I like a natural, more of a natural look. So I just literally dab right here in like the deeper parts of my eye. All right, and let it sit. So just let it sit for like, I would say let it sit for like 2 minutes, because we really just want everything to just start like blending in together and feeling really good. And while I'm here, you guys, I will say that beauty always feels the best for me. I was a makeup artist in college for like, you guys, I had a whole makeup bridal business. I was traveling to people, I was doing weddings, I was doing all type of stuff. And my biggest dream is like to own my own cosmetic line. So since then, a lot has changed. I've grown a lot, and I've added a lot more on to that, but that is still one of my dreams, is to own eventually maybe a few makeup products, or to collab with, you know, a makeup line that I really like. We'll see. I want to do a little bit of everything in this lifetime. I'm going to go back in with the same brush that we use. I told y'all, just get this brush. You're not going to use 50,000 brushes when you just have this one. We make things overcomplicated. And then I'm going to take the flatter side of it and just literally tap it into the skin. And as you tap, you're just going to see that it's just melting so beautifully into the skin, like a me who actually cared what they looked like when they left the house that day. And I just like to pound it in the skin. And I hope that I'm blended. Again, the lighting isn't the best. I know how to blend, but it may not be the best in this lighting. So I'm just going to keep going until it looks good to me. And you keep going until it looks good to you. Okay, that is not blended. And if it does not look blended, just take the other side of the brush, like the flip side, and just kind of like diffuse it into the skin. Good enough. I'm not going anywhere. Did I mention that? I'm just at home chilling. With my Huda concealer, this is shade Coffee Bean. I love this concealer, and it really blends into my skin, and it just looks so good and bronzy. Like, it just looks like I am naturally shining with perfectly carved cheeks, which I love. Since we've already used this brush, I'm just going to use it again, and I did wash my brushes this morning. So I'm going to go ahead and just tap, start at the forehead, and just go at the top here. Okay. No, negative. You can definitely see the concealer that I just blended. So let me go back to my old faithful brush. This one. And tap it some more. Huda, if you see this, girl, you know I just was using your product and it broke. I'm just playing. That actually broke a long time ago. I'm just still using it because it still does the job, okay? Whilst I don't have one. Some here on my cheek. So I like to just blend it upwards. Okay, let me move my hair so you guys can actually see. So, see how it doesn't look like gray or anything? That is literally what I love. So I honestly feel like this is perfect vacation makeup. Yes, that's what we'll call this. We'll call this a vacation makeup because we don't want to take a lot of brushes on makeup. We don't want to use a ton of products on makeup. And we just want to look like our natural, beautiful self on vacation, but like we actually cared what we look like when we left the house. Perfect. Yes. I'm gonna do my hair after this too. Like, we're full. I'm giving y'all a full vacation look. And go downwards. This is, if I could choose one look to wear forever, it would be pretty close to this. A little parched, sorry. Last but not least, I actually don't even use a brush for this. I use this in my hands. A Merit blush that I use here. This is in shade Apres. Blush is really my jam. Like, I love me some blush. But I've had experiences in the past with powder blush to where it just sits on my skin, and however I applied it is how it stays. And since I've transitioned from more of a matte look to a glowy, hydrated, everyday radiant look, I don't want blush that is powder and that just kind of meshes with my makeup in just like a really awkward way. So this Merit stuff, it's kind of like if you sweated and you just get these rosy cheeks. That's how I like to look in real life, like hydrated and a little sweaty, to where it's like, oh, are her cheeks just red? Whole time it's blush. You gotta smile a little bit, and then I just tap the shade, and I'm gonna just make that go into the skin. We look so good! And put it into my concealer just to blend it all out. And we're getting closer to being done. This does not take long. If I wasn't talking, this would probably take me maximum 10 minutes, max. Laura Mercier, I don't think I'll ever turn my back on you. You have been faithful since I started doing makeup, and why would I turn back now? Same brush, look at that. Resourceful. And then I just do it just under my eye. And people like to really set their face, but y'all, I don't like matte makeup. Like, I don't like my makeup to look chalky. And I don't like that like beat down look on me. I love it for the girls. Yes, we look so gorgeous right now. Concealer. My Too Faced concealer. You know what song is stuck in my head? Olivia Dean. That girl has taken over. Only have a couple minutes. Couple minutes, girl. Olivia Dean, you're that girl. You are that girl. To real life. All right, take a little bit of my glue. I'm not using spectacular glue at all. I don't know. I got this for a few dollars at some point in my life. Vogue, if you're actually watching this, girl, this is pretend. Don't be trying to sue me for the couple pennies that I already have, okay? Oh! And this just gives us a nice little boost. Like, to me, we look very sassy with the half lash. This one gives me like, she's cute. She just got back from dinner. She's just like been having a great time. She's cute. She's going to the library. Different days, different vibes, you know. Speaking of vacation, if I could go anywhere for my 30th birthday, I'm talking about anywhere, and I mean ball out, have a good time. It depends, because part of me wants to spend my 30th birthday in Paris. Paris would be such a dreamy, just luxurious, all the things that I want 30 to give. But the downside of that is that it's cold. I already live where it's cold. I don't know if I'm trying to travel where it's cold. So I would probably choose somewhere like Anguilla, Turks. I wish I could go to Greece, but Greece is like their off season. I would choose Greece 100%. But unfortunately, when you're in January, baby, sometimes it just sucks. I feel like these are two different styles, but you shouldn't be all up in my face like that anyways. So I'm just going to use my MAC Chestnut Surprise, the one that we always use, and go ahead and line my lips. Okay, cute. And then I'm going to just go ahead and take my finger and blend it out. Like, you see what I mean with the lip? You see how we just like brought it all together? Love a good lip. I'm gonna go ahead and take my lip gloss in shade Bliss. Brush. This just makes our makeup come alive even more. And we are alive. I'm gonna go ahead and like put a couple curls in my hair, and I'm gonna be right back because this is eating. I feel so pretty, and I just feel amazing right now. Like, ooh, how cute. I use it all the time. Yo, where's this little accent coming from? And look at that. Ooh, she's cute. No, she's a cutie. Cute. what we think. Do we like the hair? I love the hair. Cute. I don't know what is up with that accent. Every time I think I'm cute and I look super cute, I start talking like I'm like from the UK or something. I really don't know where it's come from. But yeah, guys, this is the final look. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope if you do wear this on vacation, tag me. I want to see. Oh my God, how could I forget the most important part? I have to do this. This is something that I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And that is wherever there's a pimple on my face, it's turned into a beauty mark. Back, I gotta go get my Mo pen. It's like a necessity. See you guys later. Bye.